Okay, let's get on with it. 9v9, 3-2-3 formation. 9v9 in the UK is under 12s and under 11s. I believe it's the same over in Ireland as well. Certainly a lot of places. I'm not sure anywhere else. Guys can have a look at this. This is my own take on this. It isn't set in stone, it's just how I see it. We're going to look at attacking through the thirds, down on the left hand side on this one, and we're going to look from playing out from the back. We're going to look at regrouping from a corner, which also could be classed as regrouping from a turnover from the goalkeeper or the defence. And we're going to look at defending in the 3-2-3 formation, which players I will leave where on the pitch, and defending from a corner. So let's get on with it, straight in. We've got our shape here with our 3, 5 and a 2 in good shape, and our 6 and our 4 as our 2 midfielders who will cover quite a lot in this formation, leaving our 11, our 9 and our 7 as our main attacking options. Over to stadium view, if we flick it round, you can clearly see there that we've got our 3 defenders, 2 midfielders and our 3 forwards. It's important in any kind of football formation that we stay in shape. Makes it hard to break down, makes it easier to play in our triangles. So as you can see from the goalkeeper there playing out to the left back, we've already created triangles here, keeping our midfielders shoving over a little bit to the left hand side as a unit, helping out the defence and also linking into the attack, which a good midfielder should do. So let's just slow that down a little bit. As the left fullback picks this ball up, we can clearly see from there we can go into the 6. The 6 can play into the 11. That's a great triangle straight away. We're starting to move up into that middle third. What you can see here is your number 2 starting to creep up to cover you, to help with your number 7 in that attack. We're hoping to create that overload. Keep the 2 midfielders where they are, and keep those 3 forwards as that attacking unit. The 2 midfielders will need to be disciplined in this formation. It's important that they cover the through balls into this area and into this area if we get turned over. What I do want, if we're attacking down the left here, is to either my 3 to go with the 11 or my 2 to go as an overload route. On this one we're going to use a 2 and we're going to keep the 3 and the 5 at the back. But right now in the middle third we have that shape still as we started off from our goalkeeper. 3-2-3. Just get rid of those. Again we're looking, we can bounce this ball in from the 6 to the 11, straight into there and create an attacking situation down the left hand side. For this one we could also bounce it into the 9, the arrows just come on straight there nicely. We could also go square into the 4. So from that we could be looking at the 9 spinning, but with this unit here of these 3, the trigger for the number 11, the 7 and the 2 in this instance is, when that ball's played into the 9, can the 7 and 11 make an impact and get forward? In this instance they can. 7 goes straight in there, and right now our 2 has gone and is looking to get into this space here. Our 7 could drive in, but we'll probably have traffic. We are keeping our discipline with our midfielders and the 2 at the back, and now we've got a 4 which hopefully will be an overload into that attacking area with plenty of options. Now 2 making up our 4. The 2 has to be aware if there's a turnover in this area here, it's hard work and get back into. For this instance though, we're just going to basically look at the 7 playing this out to the 2, because the 2 is it in the space. 7 does have a lot of options. 9 for a square ball, 11 straight in. Obviously we'll have defenders in the way. From this one I have set it up where that 2 makes that run. The 7 is the important one, foot on the ball, looking for that pass, looking for that shot that's going to kill this team off. 2's made the run, and I'm going to take it into stadium view in a minute, but as you can see right there, that trigger for that 2 was to make the run as the 11 and the 9 to get straight in the box on the end of a quality cross. Like I said at the beginning, this is easy for me to show you. It's animated, there's no defenders, it's not real time. This is just giving you guys an idea of positional sense. In that stadium view, we've got our four there. You could probably picture, if you wanted to, the defenders in there. But right now I'm just going to show you the movements. In we go. Quality finish into the bottom corner. Coming back onto the tactics board, we've still got our 4 and our 6 midfielders, we've still got our 3 and our 5, and we've still got our forwards. If there's an overload, any team needs to work back and work hard. Okay, so we've seen our little view of our attacking through the thirds from the left hand side. Obviously that can go through the centre, it can go through the right. If it goes through the right, we kind of do the opposite, and the 3 could overload, or the 2 could make an overlap run. To make that overload of the 4, football just pans out as it pans out. It depends how you want to coach it. From attacking a corner, which could be one of the biggest turnovers in football, it's going to give us an idea, keeping our shape, on how we would do that. I'm just going to play the video now and see where we get. Sorry, let's get right there. Let's play that video from the off. So the 11's taking the corner. This is for us attacking. I think, in my ways, like I want to do it, I want that unit of the 5, 4 and 6 right down the spine, right down the centre there. I'm looking for my right fullback to be a bit of an attacker, my left fullback to just be hanging on. But we've still got this 3 here on the edge of the area, looking to make runs. The 4 and the 5 for me are the cover. As we're running through this one, we'll add some defenders to obviously make it a little bit more realistic. I know it's animated. The 9's going to be important in this one, and this area here where they're defending against us, they have obviously got an overload. We can put more players in. I just think you lose a little bit of shape and discipline if they break quickly, but then obviously you've probably got less chance of scoring a goal because he's 7 against 3 or 4 in the box. So we're going to look at this first one as the ball comes in. So poor corner, hasn't beat the first man. The 2 could clear here. So I'm looking at, if there's a headed clearance, the 3 is going to pick it up, bounce it straight back into 11. We've got no difference right there from how we had from the original corner, and we could keep our shape. Still keeping our unit down the spine, covering everything to pick up any loose balls. Still keeping our 2 right in the box there, looking for that ball coming in from the 11, and still keeping our middle 3 on the edge of the area, back in the box, front of the box, looking to support. But we have a good shape, which I think is important. Obviously football's not always as predictable as that. The 2 could clear it and still pick up that ball himself or herself, and therefore we've now been turned over and we've got to regroup. In the next few minutes you're going to see a lot of arrows on this board, but for now we're going to look at the 2 playing it into the 9. The 3's reacted slowly. The 11 probably would react a little bit quicker than what we've got down here, but I want to show you what happens here on a regrouping situation when their centre forward is picking up the ball. Huge space, not being covered in the back there, but we have added a corner and we do want to keep the pressure on. So it's really important here that our 3-2-3 formation gets back to its situation as soon as possible. 5 there would be really important. I'm really looking for him to hold up the play to give us an opportunity to get our players back into our defensive area. So the 9 is going to pick the ball up, as we can see right there. The 4 and the 6, who are our midfielders, have all of a sudden become our defensive unit. But the defensive unit is now back to a 3, with the 5 holding up that play whilst the others get back. We've still got an overload if we win the ball back, so we can pull the pressure back on. But that 5 is the all important one here. Cannot be turned quickly. If we do, this all goes to pot. Just get rid of those for a minute. We're going to look at the instance here now of the 7 and the 9 and the 11, who are 3 forwards originally, of who gets back and who stays into position. There's your arrows. I did warn you about it, but there's a lot of movement on football. So the 9's played into the 8. Right now, I'm looking at the 8 playing the football there, and he's got options. But I've now got back my 3, my 5, and my 2, and my 4 and my 6, and my 11, 9 and 7 are still in those attacking situations. Just ignore these here. They would have come out and pushed us a little bit more than what I've got on there. But as you can see, it's really quickly to get turned over. Therefore, we've got to really quickly react to get back into our 3-2-3 shape. The midfielders are going to cover, as I mentioned before, this gap here. The defenders are probably squeezing a little bit and see where we can go from. Getting back into formation is critical in any form of football, any age, any level, whatever we play. You've got discipline on the pitch, you're going to be hard to break down. Everyone knows the job, it's going to be difficult for that position.